In my playbook tonight, Congress is hitting back against health insurance industries, no question about it, and they are trying to block health care reform, so the fight is on. This morning, the House Judiciary Committee voted to strip insurance companies of an exemption from antitrust laws that they have enjoyed since the 1940s. Meanwhile, Senators Leahy, Schumer, and Reid announced their intention to add a similar measure over on the Senate side to the Senate health bills. Joining me now is Democratic Congresswoman DeGette of Colorado, co-sponsor of the antitrust legislation that passed the House Judiciary Committee today. Congresswoman, good work. It's about time.
Thank you. Yeah, it seems like kind of a no-brainer, doesn't it?
Well, it really does. Do you think that this is going to be able to reel in the industry when it comes to price fixing and also allocation of competition in states? What do you think?
Well, the bill passed by the Judiciary Committee does just that. It says that now the Justice Department can look at whether there is price fixing and other kinds of anti-competitive behavior going on. Right now, under current law, they can't do that.
Well, I don't mean to be the fly in the ointment on this, but in the insurance industry, for an insurance company to go from one state to another state, they got to deal with state laws, they got to deal with the application process, they got to deal with the financial requirements, and there's always state politics. Do you really think that this antitrust exemption is going to change competition across state lines?
Well, here's the situation. The reason insurance companies were made exempt from the federal antitrust laws is because they are mostly regulated in the states. But as we're looking at putting together national healthcare legislation, we don't want insurance companies to engage in anti-competitive behavior. One of the reasons health insurance is so costly right now is in most of the country they're in a monopolistic situation. In Pueblo, Colorado, in my state, for example, one insurance company controls over 70% of the market. So we're hoping that our legislation will at least go part of the way towards encouraging competition so that people don't have these monopolistic situations.
Well, the American Medical Association came out with a study nationally. This is what it looks like. 94% of the top metropolitan insurance markets are anti-competitive. Also, right. Alabama and North Dakota, in those two states, 90% of the market is controlled by a single insurer. Now, those are not very well populated states. Do you actually think that insurance companies are going to go into markets if they don't have the number of customers to make a profit?
Well, I think in the exchange, people will have enough customers to make a profit, and who knows what'll happen. I mean, if there's there's nobody that wants to compete, then you won't be forcing people to go in there. But why should we exempt them from the antitrust law? Why should we let them get together and say, okay, you can take this market and you take that other market, and oh, by the way, we're going to set our prices a certain way. We don't want that type of thing to happen.
Congresswoman, good to have you with us tonight. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
One last page of my playbook tonight.